Hello everyone, it's me, Robert, back for another video. Yeah, it's been a while, and it's another ramblings. It's good to be back. I want to ramble for a bit in just a video, because making reviews is all well and good, but it's time effective, and you know, you edit it, you don't get to ramble. That's why I like these videos. So yeah, hi everyone. I'm not going to do the whole why have I been back thing, because no, there's no point. So yeah, stuff to talk about. First of all, thank you to everyone who wished me happy birthday. It was my birthday on the 10th of May. It was a good birthday. It was quiet. Recently I've been revising a lot because, well, as you'll find out in a minute, I have stuff coming up which needs to revise for. So yeah, it was just a nice day off, you know, watching some films, relaxing, and the weather was quite nice as well, so yeah, I enjoyed it. But again, thanks for everyone, and there will be part of the haul at the end of this video will be the birthday haul, so look forward to that. Iconic reviews, you know, because hey, Iconic reviews is still going, people. Check us out, we're doing good stuff. We've just reviewed Escalation issue 5, that's the latest episode to go up, so please go and check it out. We had Charles from Transmissions on the show, brilliant, it was a fantastic recording. Charles is a true gentleman, he has a lot of Transformers knowledge, especially when it comes to Marvel Generation 1 comics. Brilliant, brilliant to have on the show. And we have recorded issue 6, that will be released hopefully next week, so look forward to that, because again, issue 6, it was a great recording, especially as we come to the end of Escalation. But we hope you've enjoyed our look at Escalation. We certainly have. It's been nice to start the year with Escalation and then slowly work in. Yeah, and also, a couple of weeks ago, myself and Jim were kindly invited onto the Underbase by Mr. Adam White to review a certain free comic day comic. A certain Transformers G.I. Joe crossover comic. So yeah, we were invited to the Underbase for this review. It's the first time I've ever been on the Underbase. Jim's been on it before, when they reviewed Mars Attacks. But yeah, it was brilliant. I have to first of all thank Adam for inviting myself and James on the podcast. It was a fun evening of recording, I have to tell you that, and I felt sorry for Adam for all the editing that he had to do, because as well as me and Jim, you also had Matt on there, and yeah, you could tell there was a lot of editing to do. But please go and check out the Underbase's review of that. If you've got the comic from Free Comic Book Day, if you've read it, or if you haven't read it, go and check out the review because it's really good. And definitely, if you're interested in it, then in July, definitely pick up the first issue when it comes out. I know I will, because I really liked it actually. Whereas Jim, not so much. But go and check out the podcast, and all of that will be explained much more. So yeah, basically, what's going to be happening from this video, and the reason I'm making this video really, from now, I'm going on a bit of hiatus of videos, and I know for all of you out there watching this, it's like, well, that's no different. You haven't made several videos in quite a while, so yeah. I won't be making videos until at least June the 20th, because I've got exams coming up. Fun! You know? Love exams, don't we? No, we don't. So yeah, I've got exams. Hey, once they're out of the way, then it's like only a couple of weeks, a month to AA, so like, if I get through these, AA's on the other side, shining beacon of hope and glory that it is. So yeah, I won't be making any videos on YouTube. I won't have the time. I mean, I'm revising at the moment, and like I had a short break now to make this video, because yeah, I'm revising that much. I'm tired, to be frank. But hey, hopefully it'll be worth it in the end. So yeah, that also means I won't be on Iconic Reviews for a couple of weeks. Now, that's sort of addressed in issue 6 when we review Escalation, which will be out next week, as I said. So you'll get the full sort of story on that. But it does mean that I'll be missing out on a couple of spotlights that are upcoming, because the next thing for Iconic Reviews is a couple of spotlights. Prime, Galvatron, Ramjet, RC, and Blaster. So yeah, I would be missing out on a couple of those, but I will be back in time to pick up the good ones like RC and like Galvatron. So I'm looking forward to that. So it should be good. And then of course after we've done the spotlights, we're on to Devastation, and you know, it may be AA around that time, so stuff may be happening with us at Auto Assembly. Hint, hint. Stuff that I can't really talk about because it's all hush-hush at the moment. But just keep an eye out for future posts on the Facebook group and on the website. So yeah, and talking of AA, it's less than 3 months, people. Less than 3 months. I cannot believe it. It's gone quickly. It doesn't seem like a year ago that I was sort of at this point going, it's AA in a couple of months. I'm looking forward to my second AA. It has gone so quickly, unbelievable. And the announcements have just not stopped, to be honest. The amount of guests that are going to be at AA this year, fantastic. I mean, if you haven't got your tickets now, if you haven't got your tickets and you're watching this video for AA, and you live in the UK or you can come, go and get your tickets. Go and buy them. Buy them now, otherwise I will hunt you down. I know where you all live. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't really do that, or would I? But no, I mean the latest announcement they've just released is a lovely lithograph done by Ed Perry, which looks fantastic. It's basically got a ton of Transformers from across the 30 years, and I love it. Plus, it's free, you know. When if you are coming to AA, if you've signed up, if you're registered as an attendee, when you register on the Friday or whenever you get there, they hand them out free to you. That's fantastic. I mean, I guarantee you that no other Transformers convention will do that. At least, not as big as AA, because most of the others will either charge you for extras or they're so small that you wouldn't get extras, basically. So yes, go and book your tickets now, people. Book them. Time is running out. You know, and I expect to see everyone there this year, because this year is going to be a very special year for AA. 30 years, there's a lot going on. It's just going to be fantastic. Now, yeah, the rooms for Saturday at the Hilton have gone, which is, wow, it went really quickly this year, in fact. And I don't think there's any rooms left for Friday as well. But there are hotels around Hilton, and I think Saturday's still got rooms. I mean, Sunday's still got rooms, and so is Friday or Thursday. So, yeah, if you can still come, just go, because it's fantastic, and I will be making a video of it in a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two's time. Because I will be doing my countdown to AA this year, like I did last year, with reviews and stuff like that. So that will be around July time. So look forward to that. Yeah, so Transformers 4, that's a thing, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of become a big thing. The less I say about Transformers 4, the better, to be honest, because I wouldn't really want to insult people who's watching this video who are kind of looking forward to it. Let's just say I will go and see it because, hey, it's a Transformers film. Whether I'll enjoy it is another matter completely. I hope I will. Like, there's a little bit of me that's optimistic about it, but yeah, I very much doubt it. But yeah, as I said, less said about that, the best, to be honest. And again, toy line, no, it's not appealing to me at all. Just no. Nah. However, a film that is looking quite good that's coming out and that we got trailers of, we got the most recent trailer of yesterday or the day before, is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, when I first heard this announced, I was like, I don't really want to watch that. It's going to be a bit kiddie-ish. It's not very good. I've never heard of these characters before. I'm not really that into Marvel that much. And then when I went and saw The Amazing Spider-Man, or was it Captain America? They had a trailer for Guardians. It was funny. It's basically a comedy film, really, with a bit of action and some story to it. And I kind of like the look of it, you know. The trailers are funny, and this most recent trailer that they've released, again, makes the film look quite good. Now that's coming out August the 1st, I think, so I'm definitely going to go and see that. And, you know, I may be looking forward to that a bit more than Transformers 4. Not saying anything, but yeah, I cannot wait for that. It should be good, hopefully, fingers crossed, because Marvel films currently, they've been actually quite good. They've had some down moments, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The first part ended on quite a low note, and the series is just sort of trudging along. But the films have been alright, so yeah, I look forward to it. Now, talking of superheroes, DC! Oh, DC and Rocksteady and those lovely people who make the Arkham games. Thank you. I just want to say thank you very much because, well, we now know what the next Arkham game will be, and it's coming out later this year, and it's Arkham Knight, and I am looking forward to it a hell of a lot. I think it looks fantastic. There's a Batmobile that you can now drive. Yay! I mean, the Batmobile design looks okay. It is growing on me slowly, but the fact that you're able now to drive a vehicle around in the Arkhamverse is going to be fantastic. Scarecrow as the main villain. Yes, I loved the scenes in the first game where it was creepy. The first game was more like a horror game than a superhero game, and I really hope that some of those elements like come into Arkham Knight because it should be fantastic. But yeah, the reason I'm talking about this is because the first trailer was announced about a month or two ago, and then today we got the actual gameplay trailer of it, and it looks fantastic. It looks better than I thought it would be, to be honest. Arkham Origins was good, don't get me wrong. Origins was fun, it was an enjoyable storyline. The DLC for it was really good. Cold Heart, which I've played now, really good. But the story, it didn't really do anything wow, to be honest. But Arkham Knight looks so good. I cannot wait to play it. But yeah, it's just awesome. So yeah, on to the haul, really. I've got quite a lot of haul stuff to show off this time around, this month. I normally used to do these on a monthly basis. God, look how that's gone. Yeah, right, I don't keep up with my schedules, do I? Well, hey, I don't have any schedules, to be honest, when making videos. But yeah, right, the first stuff I'll show you I got quite a while ago in a big shopping outlet that's, I say, relatively near to me, an hour's drive from me, called Blue Water Shopping Centre. And in there they had an entertainer, which I have never seen before. I think I've only been in 2 entertainers ever, because they're mainly up north. We don't get entertainers here in the south, or at least in the southeast. So yeah, it was quite interesting because they normally have a good load of Transformers stuff. So I went in there, I was looking around, they had Transformers Prime stuff, had some Constructor Bots and Predacons Rising, or Beast Hunters, or whatever that subline of Prime was called. And I was looking through and I saw Prime Starscream, who I debated about getting. And then behind him, I saw this guy, Prime Dreadwing, which Prime Dreadwing was really one of the only toys from the Prime line that I wanted the first time that when all of the original reviews started to come out of him, I really wanted him. And by the looks of it, this is actually the US packaging, because it's got the hub and it's got like a full bio down the side. I think. Wow, that's pretty awesome. I haven't noticed that because, as you can see, still in box. I've been busy, you know. I've been busy, revision, etc. stuff. But they also had in Blue Water a Lego shop, and in there once again I saw the Lego Back to the Future set by Kuso, where basically the fans, people who buy Lego, voted for it and they made a Back to the Future set out of it. And now I've seen this before and the prices have been extortionate, to be honest. They've been quite a lot for what it is. But on that day I somehow just thought, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to get it. And I'm glad I did, because it is a fantastic set. Now the set's over there, I'm not going to get the whole thing out, but there's just the little Doc Brown with the skateboard from the set. So I do have it, it's over there, and the DeLorean getting it all out. There's lots of bits to it because you can create the DeLorean from all 3 films. So I don't really want to get that out. But yeah, I really like the set. It's is it worth the money? Not really, to be honest. If you pay £20 for it, is the most you should pay for it, but they're selling it at like 30 to 40 quid, so kind of on the expensive side, you know. But hey, I don't mind. It's Back to the Future. I love Back to the Future. What can I say? But also on that day, I also picked up the soundtrack on CD from the first film. That's downstairs. I don't have it with me. But it's good. Some of the songs on there I've never heard of before. And some of the artists, I was like, oh, I didn't know they did that, or he did that. They're good, though. If you like Back to the Future, if you like the music from it, I highly recommend picking it up. It was from HMV. It was under a tenner. Was it like 7 quid? Maybe it was 5 quid. It was quite cheap for a soundtrack, for a CD, for a film. So yeah, I'm awesome with that. And then quite recently, I did pick up the trilogy on DVD because, yeah, I hadn't owned the trilogy. I've never owned the trilogy on DVD. Ironically, I've seen it so many times on TV, but yet haven't owned it. It's strange, to be honest. But yeah, now I have that on DVDs downstairs. It's awesome. Pride of place in the DVD collection. Can't argue with that. So yeah, that was pretty much it for the normal haul. Now onto the birthday haul. Oh, there is one thing actually before I go on to the birthday haul. A little package, parcel, envelope thing came. Well, you can tell I haven't done one of these in a while. Came through the post the other day, and I was jumping with joy, to be honest. Now, I did mention, or at least I hope I mentioned last video, that Repro Labels had this thing going on, where basically, if you have a dark steel, prime dark steel, you could send off a picture of the code on the back to Repro Labels' email address, and they would send you a free sticker set to turn him into Thefallen835s, the main villain from Transformers Victory. Now, I love Transformers Victory and Masterforce, as you will see in a bit. So yeah, when I heard of this, I jumped for joy and sent the picture off on the Friday. Now, it closed on the Friday, and I never thought that I would actually get it until a couple of days ago when I got a message through, well, a couple of days after when I got a message through saying, oh, your Repro Labels have been sent out, they're on their way. And I was jumping for joy, to be honest. However, it did take several weeks to get here, but I'm glad they did because they are absolutely fantastic. Now, that's the envelope. I'm not going to show you my address. That's the envelope there, and they are inside it. As you can see, I've ripped quite a lot of it off. But yeah, they're lovely. I cannot wait to put them on and turn Dark Steel into Thefallen835s, because that was the main reason I got him, to be honest, because I went, that looks a hell of a lot like Thefallen835s. That can be a good Classics universe, Generations, whatever you want to call it, Thefallen835s. And then they come up with a sticker sheet, which is even brilliant. And now, because Zenith Forge were originally going to make a head sculpt for him to turn him into Thefallen835s, because you've still got the normal head sculpt. But they're not doing that anymore, and you can only get it through Shapeways, but that means you have to paint it yourself. I'm crap with painting, so I could never do that. But Reformats, or a company like that, are doing a proper Thefallen835s head. It's slightly small, but I do like it, and plus you get his gun, because the gun thing that you get with Dark Steel is weird. The Griffin head thing is just, no, it doesn't really work. So yeah, I'm going to be looking out for that at AA. That's one of the things I've got to look for. But now, finally, on to the birthday haul itself. And the first thing I picked up, it's a funny thing. I have never owned this on DVD. I've seen the film quite a few times. And I thought, you know what, it's in HMV, I'll get it. It's Spaceballs on DVD. Which, to be honest, is my personal favourite Mel Brooks film. Just beating The Producers. It's a very, very funny film. If you like science fiction, Star Wars, Star Trek, anything sci-fi, and you like a good comedy, definitely check this out. Although, most of you have probably seen this anyway, because it's a cult classic. So yeah, I'm happy with that. It was 4 quid in HMV. I can't argue there. It's cheap as chips. Where's that from? I don't know. Yeah, it's cheap, so that's awesome. Now, the last 2 things, because the rest of my birthday went on money for AA, because You know, people, AA's less than 3 months now. You need to start saving your pennies to get all that lovely plastic there, because there will be lots of nice plastic at AA. But yeah, the final two things I got was something that I've been wanting for ages. Now, there is a story behind one of them, so I will show you these in order of how I got them. The first thing is, it's a DVD. In fact, it's a DVD box set of a show that quite a few of you may have heard of, but not a lot of you may have actually watched or seen. So yes, let me just quickly give you a little history lesson in Generation 1. I never thought I'd actually be saying that, to be honest. But when Generation 1 ended in the US and Europe with the Rebirth, 3-parter, which was supposed to be kind of the beginning of Season 4, but Season 4 was never made, so all you got was the Rebirth. Now, don't get me wrong, I like the Rebirth a lot. It's the introduction of the Headmasters, Scorponok, brilliant, and a ton of other stuff. However, in Japan, they never had the Rebirth. Instead, what they had was a full series called Headmasters, which was created by Takara and introduced the Headmasters not as Nebulons who converted or formed with Cybertronians, but they were actually Autobots and Decepticons, the small little guys. They were the Autobots who created bigger Transtector shells for themselves, which is what you would know as Chrome Dome and that lot. So it was a very different approach. Now the series is okay. It's not great, to be honest. Out of the 3 series that they eventually made, it's kind of the worst. However, afterwards they did make 2 more series. That was Super God Masterforce and Victory, and then they made Zone, but that was only 1 episode, so we don't really count that. But yeah, and Masterforce and Victory are really good, in fact. If you've never watched Masterforce or Victory, I highly recommend you try and check it out. Now, you used to be able to watch it on YouTube. However, recently copyrights and all that have changed the laws so that whenever you try and watch an episode of them, it comes up saying that, oh, I'm sorry, it's not available in your country anymore. Which kind of led me to purchasing the next 2 things. Now, you've probably already worked it out, and if you know me, you probably know what it is. But yeah, the first thing I got chronologically in order of how I got them, not when they were released, was Transformers Victory, the complete series. Now, this is by Metrodome, the same people who do the UK Generation 1 DVDs. Now, this box set is quite hard to come by. It's basically... a week before my birthday, I was on Amazon browsing, and I suddenly saw this, and I was like, oh, Victory, yeah, I wonder how much it is. It's probably going to be the extortionate amount of money that it usually is, ranging from 50 quid all the way up to hundreds and more. And I went and I saw, oh, wow, it's 20 quid. 20 quid for Victory. Now, yeah, this isn't the Shout Factory edition, because that's only for Americans, because it's Region 1 or whatever, and I don't have a multi-regional DVD player, but still, this is the complete series of Victory on DVD, 4 discs. It's got, look at that artwork on the front. That is Nick Roche artwork. Luke, eat your heart out. That's very early Nick Roche. This is before he became famous in IDW, who actually did the artwork for all of the Japanese Transformers UK DVD covers, and for the insides as well. But yeah, I saw it on Amazon, 20 quid, brand new. I'm not kidding. It still has a cellophane thing, as if it had just come out the factory. Now, they did come out in 2000s, early 2000s, but as I said, they've become quite hard to come by. You look on eBay for them, and they're about 40 quid or more. You look on play.com, 50s. You keep going up in price the further around you look. So, I was just fantastic to find that Victory was on DVD, 20 quid, brand new. I'm not sure if it is now, I think it is. So definitely, if you want to go and get Victory, head over to Amazon now, see if they got it for 20 quid, brand new, because trust me, it's worth it. Plus, this also has a commentary or 2 by a certain Irish man that we all know. So yeah, I'll be interesting to listen to those commentaries, but I can't believe it. I have been wanting Victory on DVD for as long as I can remember. Ever since I found out about Transformers Victory, to be honest. Thanks to KP, Carlisle Prime, Dave, who was doing some reviews about it. And I was like, oh, what's Victory? And I looked into it and was like, wow, that's awesome. So yeah, I have it on DVD now. I'm happy. Now, the second item, I ordered the same day as this. However, it took a week for Amazon to say that it had been dispatched. So I basically got this in time for my birthday. The other thing I didn't. And then 3 weeks later, in fact, yesterday, I got a message through Amazon from the seller, because how Amazon works is sometimes you have sellers from different companies, they work through Amazon. A bit like eBay, but Amazon controls it a bit more. And so I got a message saying, I'm sorry, here's your refund for so-and-so, and so-and-so thing. And I was like, well, why am I getting a refund? So I emailed the company, and they said, oh, we're sorry, but it was damaged. The DVD was damaged in transit, and we don't have any more left in stock. Which I was pretty pissed off about. 3 weeks, and then they come back to me saying about that. It was quite annoying, and especially as this was 15 quid on Amazon. Brand new, 15 quid, a bit like this Victory. And yet, it hadn't come. So, yesterday I went back on Amazon. It was still on there from a different seller this time. 31 quid it had gone up to by this different seller. Which, I suppose, when you look at it, if you pay more on other prices, it will be more. But still, for me, that's quite a lot. I mean, I thought it was a bargain when I saw it for 15 quid originally, which is why I picked it up so quickly. And then only to be disappointed that it didn't arrive. But still, 31 quid weren't that bad for this series, because, like Victory, it goes for extortionate amounts of money. And normally, if you're trying to buy it on Amazon, it's only really as a used product. You can't get it new, so yeah. But hey, I forked out the extra money, and I got a thing yesterday saying that it had been dispatched, and today it arrived, and that is the one and only, the fantastic series, which is Transformers Super God Masterforce. Again, Nick Roche artwork on the cover. This is the Metrodome version, not the Shout Factory DVD. This one actually has 5 discs, but again, really brilliant. Brand new. The only thing is it's got a little bit of a bend at the side, but that's alright, because that basically folds out, and I'm sure if I put enough pressure on, it will go back to normal. But again, it's still in its cellophane, brand new, by like 31 quid. I cannot argue with that. So I now have Victory and Masterforce on DVD, the first, or the last 2 Japanese exclusive series. I'm not really going to plan on getting Headmasters, because Headmasters has a lot of problems with it, and I'll watch these first of all. If I know I'm going to like these, but because I have seen, I started watching Masterforce already when it used to be on YouTube. I watched about 13 episodes of it, and with Victory I've watched the first episode, so I do like these series. But with Headmasters, it's the case of, do I really want to buy a series that I know I'll watch and I won't enjoy as much, when, to be honest, I know most of the stuff that happens in it anyway. So I probably won't get Headmasters for a while, but I'm just glad that I now have Victory and Masterforce. Unfortunately, Victory doesn't come with Zone, the 1 episode. You could only get that in the UK via the collection, the Takara collection, where they did all 3 of these together. But hey, it's on YouTube, you can watch it. It's even got the dubbed, fan-dubbed version on YouTube, which is okay. Unlike the horrible, horrible English dubs that each of these series got, where the actors had never watched a series of Transformers in their lives. Luckily, that's not on any of these DVDs, and it's not on the Zone that's on YouTube. But yeah, I would highly recommend, if you like Victory, if you like Masterforce, if you know about them, if you've watched them, if you've got any of the toys from them, if you're just a general fan, definitely go onto Amazon today, tomorrow, whenever. See if they're still at that low price, because it's worth getting if they're quite low. Really worth it. So yeah, that was it for my birthday haul. And wow, God, this has been a long video, hasn't it? I love to ramble. That's why I made these videos in the first place. And as I haven't made a video in a while, I kind of ramble a lot, you know. This is why these reviews I'm doing, or hopefully will be doing when I get back, will be a bit more streamlined. Because yeah, so when I get back, I will be doing more reviews. I've got quite a few Transformers figures lined up to get reviewed. As I said, I'll have my countdown to AA, and I've also got a 200 video subscriber video in the works. But I'm not at 200 yet, and I probably won't be for another year or two now, because yeah, you know, not many people subscribe. But as I said before, I think subscribers are pretty pointless, to be honest. But that's a story for another day. I'm rambling. Anyway, so yeah, I won't be on YouTube for another couple of weeks now on this hiatus, doing exams. But when I get back, there should be at least a video a week, if not more, because I've got so much to talk about in terms of perhaps these DVDs, perhaps stuff that I have boxed. It's going to be good. And then of course it's AA, so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you if you're still around at the end of this video. I salute you if you are, because it's been a long old video. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in a couple of weeks when I will be back with a big review, should I say. But until then, enjoy your day, guys. See ya.